The most powerful bank in the world wasn't built by a government. It was not built by a nation. It was built by a family locked inside a ghetto who could not walk freely in their own city. And when they finally got out, they owned it. Every government in Europe, every war, every bond. The question is not how they did it. The question is how the system let them, and why it still does. You are watching a man hunched over a coin in a narrow lane. Frankfurt, 1763. His name is Meyer Amschel Rothschild. He's 19 years old. Behind him, the Judengasse, a street sealed at both ends by iron gates after dark. 3,000 people. No exit. In front of him, a rare coin that will redirect European finance. He does not know this yet. He is just trying to survive. This is money memory. The past is still running. Money has never been neutral. It follows power, or creates it. What the Rothschilds built was not just a bank. It was a mechanism, a private network that financed governments without belonging to any of them. That mechanism is still running. Here is where it started. Frankfurt, 1763. The Judengasse was legal captivity. Residents were locked in after dark. The Rothschild family home had a frontage 11 feet wide. More than 30 people lived inside it. Meyer Amschel lost both parents by age 12. He apprenticed at a banking firm in Hanover that moved credit across borders for European royalty. He returned to Frankfurt and began dealing in rare coins. His most important client, Wilhelm, Crown Prince of Hesse-Kassel, whose principality rented mercenary soldiers to foreign powers. Britain paid millions to lease Hessian troops during the American Revolutionary War. Wilhelm collected the fees. Meyer Amschel managed them, a practical arrangement. It became a machine. This is the first mechanism. Sovereign proximity. The Hessian fortune gave Meyer Amschel access to capital no private individual in Frankfurt could reach alone. Proximity to power converted a coin dealer into a court banker. Court bankers had access that no open market could provide. Before he died in 1812, Meyer Amschel deployed that lesson with precision. 5 sons, 5 cities: Frankfurt, Vienna, London, Naples, Paris. 1 family. 5 capitals. Every major government within reach. They did not compete. They coordinated. That was only the first layer. This is the second mechanism, the information advantage. In an era before telegraphs, before railways, information moved at the speed of a horse. Governments used official couriers. Markets used rumor. The Rothschilds used their own private courier network, coded messages, redundant routes. By the time the London market knew what had happened in Paris, Nathan already knew, and had already acted. The clearest demonstration came in June 1815. Europe was waiting for the outcome of Waterloo. Nathan received word through his couriers roughly a full day before official government dispatches reached London. When official news of Wellington's victory arrived, securities surged. That single operation made the family the dominant force in the European sovereign bond market. By the 1820s, they were the primary underwriters of sovereign debt across the continent: Austria, France, Prussia, Britain. Every government. 1 family. When you know first, you price first. When you price first, you set the market. But indispensable is not the same as safe. In 1875, Prime Minister Benjamin Disraeli received urgent intelligence. The Khedive of Egypt was preparing to sell his 44% stake in the Suez Canal Company to a French consortium. Britain's route to India was at stake. Parliament was not in session. Disraeli called Lionel de Rothschild directly. £4 million within 48 hours. No parliamentary vote, no public tender. Britain secured the canal. The Rothschilds collected their commission and deepened the relationship with the Treasury by another decade. No government on earth moved that fast. No institution had that capital ready. Only the Rothschilds. The system no longer required decisions. It ran on structure. And then the world that had built them began to erode. Nationalism made cosmopolitan banking dynasties politically dangerous. 2 world wars, confiscation, occupation. Vienna closed. Naples closed. Frankfurt shuttered. The network that had spanned 5 capitals contracted to 2. London and Paris. That is when the question stops being abstract and starts being personal. And if this sounds familiar, it should. In 2023, Rothschild & Co. delisted from Euronext Paris voluntarily, removing itself from public market scrutiny. In 2024, the firm advised on approximately 300 financing transactions worth $250 billion across 46 countries. No balance sheet at risk, pure advisory, pure fee. The mechanism has not changed. The names on the contracts have. That same year, the United States came within days of a technical debt default. The resolution required coordinated signaling between the Treasury and BlackRock, Vanguard, J.P. Morgan Chase, structurally essential to any stable outcome. The names change. The structure doesn't. The distance between Mayer Amschel's coin table in 1763 and a Rothschild advisory mandate in 2024 is not as large as it appears. So what should you take away from this? First, private networks consistently outpace governments, not because they are stronger, but because they move faster and coordinate without permission. Second, information advantage compounds across generations. A one-day lead in 1815 built a multi-generational empire. Third, the mechanism that concentrates financial power is not greed. It is structure. It rewards proximity, speed, and independence from the institutions it serves. 351 deals, $120 billion in assets under management, 47 countries, all traceable to a coin dealer in a sealed street 11 feet wide. Understanding the structure does not remove you from it, but it changes how you read the invoice when it arrives. Money memory. Subscribe so the past stops surprising you.